Hi everybody and welcome to Australia Part 2. So after 30 hours in the air, we went from summer to winter. Winter is the time of year when temperatures drop, the snow is thick, the sun darkens, and people remain huddled inside, barely hanging on to existence. Behold the winter wasteland.
Smile.
Wintertime in Australia also means rugby time. Rugby's like American football, but you don't wear pads, you don't stop after the tackle, you can't throw the ball forward, and you kick the ball anytime you want. Oh yeah, and they rarely stop for injuries. So really they both involve running and balls. In Australia there are two types of rugby, rugby union and rugby league. Rugby league is a sped up version of the game with less hitting and fighting. Most Australians we talk to prefer rugby league. Those Australians are wrong. Rugby union is a non-stop brawl and wonderfully addicting. Before the match, we were treated to this rugby choir, and the mascot, Brumby Jack, showed us how to execute a perfect rugby tackle. The whole event was very impressive. Where I come from, when you see young men hitting each other with no protection in harsh temperatures wearing nothing more than shorts and a t-shirt, it's called Saturday Night at Bob's.
We're off to find the elusive black cockatoo.
As before, we went searching for Australia's angry birds, and once again most of them could smell redneck coming. I suspect that the brave and the ill were the only ones left behind, but mostly the ill, because in a couple of days, me and Brandy ended up here. Here is Kingston Family Surgery, where we got to experience Australian socialized medicine firsthand. So after getting our prescription for our antibiotics, we went over to the pharmacy, and a lady behind the counter told us that since we weren't Australian citizens, it looked like we were going to have to pay full price for the drugs, which I thought was fair. So we went up to the counter and rung it up, and the full bill, $10. Thank you, government subsidized health care. Subsidized. As before, we took in some more of the local art scene. This work of art is called Fog. This is an airplane angel. And this looks like it needs an advisory notice. My favorite though is this one though, because it's like, look, I'm on a building. No, look, I'm in the sky. No, look, I fooled you. It's both. Then it magically disappears. Then it magically reappears. All I can say is National Gallery of Australia, good call. Most people don't realize that Canberra, not Sydney, is the capital of Australia. Parliament House dominates the landscape and can be seen from all over the city. In front of this structure is the old Parliament House, and in front of this building is a small trailer. This is the Aboriginal Tent Embassy. The Tent Embassy project was started in 1972 as a land rights protest for Aboriginal people. You might be thinking, oh, this sounds like the Native American land issues, except that it seems to completely pervade the culture. Everywhere in the papers, on TV, from the pulpit to the internet, people are talking about reconciliation. In many ways, that spirit of reconciliation is built into the culture. When you say thank you to an Australian, their immediate response isn't you're welcome, but no worries. So even though I know the answer, I'd like to say thank you again to our hosts, to the friends we met along the way, to the waiters and waitresses that put up with us daily at our favorite cafes, and to everyone who did their bit to make us feel at home. You guys are great, and we hope to see you next time.
That's funny.